Welcome to the Bizarre Phenomena channel. Click the link above if you prefer to continue in Hindi. Once in a tranquil village, Ellie stood at the edge of a path leading to her grandmother's cottage. Memories danced in her head like leaves in the summer breeze. It had been 18 years since she had last visited this place, situated in a quiet countryside. Her grandmother had passed away a long time ago, and the cottage was now cared for by someone else. Ellie was there with her husband Michael and their 6-year-old son, Lucas. She hoped to find peace and a connection to her past. As they got closer to the charming cottage covered in ivy, Michael and Lucas ran ahead, their laughter echoing through the trees. Ellie stopped for a moment to take in the sight of the familiar wooden structure with its old shutters and climbing roses. She felt a mix of nostalgia and sadness, but also a sense of calm. The caretaker, an old man named George, greeted them warmly and helped them with their bags. After they settled in, Michael suggested taking Lucas for a walk in the countryside, giving Ellie some time alone. She agreed, wanting to explore the cottage and maybe find some forgotten treasures from her childhood. Ellie wandered through the rooms, each one filled with memories of her visits as a child. She smiled as she found old photos, trinkets, and crafts her grandmother had made. In her grandmother's room, she saw that the bed frame had moved a little, revealing a dusty, leather-bound book hidden underneath. Curious, Ellie pulled out the book and cleaned off the dust. The title, Dare 12, was written on the cover in gold letters. Entranced by the title, she flipped through the pages. The writing inside was in a language she didn't understand, filled with strange symbols and detailed pictures. As she turned to page 12, a sudden gust of wind blew through the room, and Ellie felt herself being pulled into the book. The world around her faded into darkness. When she opened her eyes, Ellie found herself standing in a beautiful, otherworldly place. The air was clean and fresh, the sky a bright blue, with 2 suns casting a warm, golden light. The plants were unlike anything she had ever seen, with bright colors and leaves that glowed. In the distance, she could see a group of people coming towards her. They were very beautiful and peaceful. Ellie felt dizzy and fainted. When she woke up, she was surrounded by the strange faces of the people who lived in this new world. They spoke in a language she couldn't understand, but their gentle gestures and calming voices showed kindness and concern. Ellie cried, scared and confused, but the people comforted her, trying to help her in their own way. Over the next few days, Ellie began to get used to this new environment. The people, who called themselves Ethorians, lived in harmony with nature. Their society was peaceful, with no pollution or conflict. Ellie was amazed by the beauty and peace of Ethorus, but she couldn't help but think about her family back on Earth and what they must be thinking. On the 4th day, a woman in a shimmering green dress came up to Ellie. The woman spoke in a melodious voice, and to Ellie's surprise, she could understand her.
Welcome, Ellie. I am Lyra. You are from Earth, and this is Ethorus, a planet in another universe. You have traveled billions of light years through the book Dare 12. Don't worry, you are safe here. Many people have visited before you, and you will return to your world on the 12th day of our sun's rise. The book Dare 12 Feet is a portal that connects our world.
Ellie's heart filled with hope. Thank you, Lyra. How do you know my language? Ellie spent the rest of her time in Ethorus learning about their way of life. She was deeply touched by their connection to nature and their focus on community and peace. She participated in their daily activities, from picking glowing fruit to listening to beautiful music that seemed to speak to the very soul of the planet. On the 12th day, as the twin suns began to rise, Ellie stood in the same spot where she had first arrived. Lyra and the other Ethorians gathered around her to say goodbye. Lyra handed Ellie the book, Dare 12. Remember, Ellie, Lyra said softly, you are always welcome here. The book will guide you if you ever need to return. Take the lessons you've learned and share them with your world. As the suns rose higher in the sky, Ellie felt a familiar pull, and the world around her began to blur. In an instant, she found herself back in her grandmother's cottage, clutching the book. To her astonishment, no time had passed. It was as if she had never left. Over the following days, Ellie shared her experiences with Michael, who listened with a mix of wonder and disbelief. Together, they decided to incorporate some of the Ethorian principles into their own lives, focusing on living more harmoniously with nature and fostering a sense of community and peace. Ellie kept the book, Dare 12 Feet, in a safe place, knowing that it held the key to a world beyond the stars and heavens. She often thought of Lyra and the Ethorians and the serene beauty of Ethorus. She hoped that one day, humanity could achieve a similar state of harmony and balance. As she watched Lucas playing in the garden, Ellie smiled, feeling a profound sense of gratitude. She knew that her journey to Ethorus had been more than just an adventure. It had been a reminder of the beauty and potential of the universe, and the power of connection and understanding. In our upcoming video, we will delve into stories of the unusual, the unexplained, and the bizarre. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to stay updated. Until then, goodbye and take care.